Greetings to all panels. My name is Lee Gongfa. I am from Polytechnic Coaching Sarawak. The title of the research that I will be present today is Establish Ground Control Points using TopCon Hyper VR by Real-Time Kinematic. Introduction. Traverse is a method in the field of surveying to establish the ground control points. Ground control points are points on the ground with non-coordinates. Ground control point is a physically marked location with a fixed position. Real-time kinematic positioning is a satellite navigation technique used to enhance the precision of position data derived from satellite-based positioning systems such as GPS and GLONASS. It uses measurements of the phase of the signal carrier wave in addition to the information content of the signal and relies on a single reference station or interpolate virtual station to provide real-time corrections, providing up to centimeter level accuracy. It has applications in land survey, hydrographic survey, and in manned area vehicle navigation. Real-time kinematic system comprise a reference receiver and antenna set up over known point. This system prefer using dual frequency carry phase with measurements, though some can operate with single frequency. Raw code and carry phase data from reference receiver are transmitted to a roving receiver by communication link, example radio link. The coordinate of roving receiver and compute near real time by the roving receiver. Problem statement. The accuracy ground control point is very important to ensure a high degree of global accuracy, which is important for most surveying and construction projects. To choose an alternative method to establish the ground control points by using TopCon Hyper VR. Objective. To determine the suitable method to establish ground control points using TopCon Hyper VR by real-time kinematic method. To compare the data which is collected by using traverse method and real-time kinematic method. Method. Research equipment. The research equipment that used for this research is TopCon Hyper VR. TopCon Hyper VR is an equipment to use for a data collection by using a real-time kinematic method. The TopCon Hyper VR is a complete solution in many ways. It can be used for static or kinematic GNSS post-process surveys. Equipment accuracy of this equipment by using real-time kinematic is 5 mm for horizontal observation and 10 mm for vertical observation. Location research. The location of the research is at Polytechnic Coaching Sarawak campus. Station SS7064 selected as a non-point base station. Ground control point of PKS20, PKS30, PKS40, PKS50, and PKS80 selected as a rover for the data collecting by using real-time kinematic method. Traversing control point. The traversing control points are obtained from the previous surveying plan for the ground control points. There are 5 ground control points: PKS20, PKS30, PKS40, PKS80, and PKS80 to be selected for this research to compare with the data that collected by the real-time kinematic method. This table to show that the source data obtained from previous traversing ground control point by Stewart Otto Munan Wilson on year 2015. The equipment used for the traversing was total station. Data collecting using real-time kinematic method. This table shows the source data that collected by real-time kinematic. Station SS7064 selected as a base station and ground control points of PKS20, PKS30, PKS40, PKS50 and PKS80 selected as a base station and ground control selected as a rover for the real-time kinematic method. This data will be to compare the different coordinates of the ground control points for the accuracy comparison between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method. From the coordinates of every ground control point, this data also used to compare the different bearing and distance of the ground control points for the accuracy comparison between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method. Data collected by real-time kinematic. This traversing route to show that the data collected by real-time kinematic method. Data coordinates of the ground control point brought inside the AutoCAD software to produce the surveying plan to show all the position of the ground control points. Results and discussion. This research finding is the different bearing, distance, and coordinates of the ground control points for the accuracy comparison between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method. This table shows that the different bearing and distance of the ground control points for the accuracy comparison between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method. The small difference in distance between ground control points shows that the traverse method and the real-time kinematic methods can both provide a good readings. The distance obtained from the real-time kinematic methods is the calculation of the observed coordinate values for the ground control points. This table shows the different coordinates of the ground control points for the accuracy comparison between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method. From the result of the research finding, it is shown that the coordinates of ground control points between traverse survey and real-time kinematic is almost same. The most accurate ground control point is PKS40, only different 0.000 for easting and 0.003 meter for northing. The large difference is PKS20. It shown 0.001 meter for easting and 0.032 meter for northing. According to the guidelines on the use of the Malaysia RTK GPS network, the accepted accuracy of the error file is 4 cm. Based to result finding, the difference between the real-time kinematic method and traverse method is meet the set accuracy limits. Conclusions. This finding gives the conclusion that real-time kinematic methods is an alternative method to establish the ground control points. The traverse method and real-time kinematic method can both give a good readings. Besides that, the coordinate of good control points between the traverse method and real-time kinematic method is almost same. The advantage of using real-time kinematic methods are no line of sight is required. Satellite surveying can be a one-person operation. Higher accuracy for many survey applications. The real-time kinematic is an alternative method to establish the ground control points by using TopCon Hyper VR. In future research, the static method will use to compare with the real-time kinematic method to establish the ground control points. Thank you.